Hi guys, I'm Claire from My Heart Maggie, and today I've got a tutorial showing you how to make this decorative cushion using Nova fabric markers. As you can see, there's a whole range of colours in the Nova alcohol markers, so you've got the whole rainbow and then some earthy tones at the end. The best place to get the markers from is Amazon, and they retail about $9.99 a pack, so really good value per pen. I'll just give you a close-up of the nibs just so you can see. So you've got the fine pointed nib on one end for getting all the detail in your design, and then if I spin it around, you've got the big chunky broad nib, which is really good for covering a lot of surface pattern. So as you can see, what I've done is I've sketched out a few different ideas. I took inspiration from Pinterest as well as home decor, so H&M, Oliver Bonas, Anthropologie have all got these kind of face designs on a lot of their accessories at the moment. I think it looks really cool, and there's a lot of different kind of ideas that I sketched out. They all kind of follow the single kind of line look in their designs, but I was really taken with this design and I thought that this would look really good on the pillow. So it's best to sketch out a few ideas just so you're more confident than going directly onto the pillow when you're sketching. So all I'm going to do is lightly start sketching out my design with the fabric marker. So I'm just going to do a really light sketch of the design, just so you could always, if you're not confident with how the design is going to look, you could use a pencil first or an erasable fabric marker, but because I've sketched it out beforehand, I'm quite confident with how I want my design to look, so I'm just going to go for it with the fabric markers with a really light sketch out, and then I can always thicken up my lines later when I'm happy with the design. So the good thing about Nova is that it dries really quickly, and once you're happy with your design, the best thing to do is to set the ink with an iron. So all you have to do is iron on the reverse of your design for roughly 3 to 5 minutes. Make sure that you use the correct setting on your iron so you don't burn your material. You don't want to spend all this time sketching out a design that you're happy with and then end up burning your design. So now I've sketched out a design that I'm happy with, I'm just going to go in and I'm just going to put a little bit more detail in there. I'm going to thicken up some of these lines just so it's easier to see the detail, just to make it a bit bolder. If you want to wash your item, but once you've used these markers, absolutely fine. Just make sure that you let the ink dry for at least 24 hours and then wash on 30 degrees. A really cool thing about these markers is that you can use them on almost any fabric surface. You could do this design on a t-shirt that you like, your favourite t-shirt, or you could do it on tea towels, or you could do it on bunting. You can do canvas embroidery hoops as well, so there's a lot of scope for using this item. I picked up this pillowcase really cheap in the sale, so if you had a collection at home, you could always buy, say, 4 of these and do different faces on the material. So you could have like a whole collection of kind of unique homeware that you've designed yourself. But like I said before, faces are very on trend at the moment. They're on cushion covers, they're on outfits, they're on home decor, planters. So just going to use the thicker end of the pen just to add some extra details. These pens are really juicy, so it's really easy to cover the surface with them. You get a really thick, intense colour when you use the pen. And it's really easy to draw lines because of the thickness. I'm going to make this line here a bit more defined, a bit thicker. If you are using quite a thin material that the ink might soak through, just use a piece of paper, place it inside your pillowcase before you start drawing, and that will just help to stop the ink going straight through the pillowcase to the other side. Just for a little bit extra design and definition, I'm just going to do some kind of like asterisk stars. Kind of these patterns are also really cool at the moment, just kind of like random geometric shapes. So you can really just experiment with some kind of random dots just to make the frame around your design. You can keep it as it is if you like, or you can add as much decoration as you like, really, so it's completely up to you. You will see I've got a little bit on my finger as well, but that will easily wash off with a bit of soap and water, so don't worry about making staining your fingers. They'll be absolutely fine. I'm kind of one of those crafters that can't just leave a project alone. I have to keep adding to it, and sometimes I might leave a project for a few weeks and then come back to it and add some extra design. But like I said, this pillowcase is really cheap, so just find an old pillowcase or just go out and buy one in the sales. There's so many at the moment. This one only cost me like £2. If I mess up, I can go buy another one. It's not the end of the world. It's just about having fun, being creative. You could probably buy something like this from somewhere like Anthropologie, and it would cost you a lot more money. dry. You might use it for one season. There you go.